Welcome to this explainer. You know, the software engineering landscape is absolutely notorious for its sheer volume of languages, frameworks, and career options. It can be super overwhelming, right? Well, today, we're unpacking a comprehensive blueprint designed to take all that chaos and map it into a clear, highly actionable path to employability. Let's dive in.
Here is our agenda for today. First up, the overwhelming landscape. 2. Top certification providers. 3. Choosing your tech path. 4. The 4-year roadmap. And finally, we'll wrap up with the winning strategy.
Section 1. The overwhelming landscape. Making sense of the chaos.
25. That is the actual number of distinct specialization domains in software engineering today. Just let that sink in for a second. We aren't just talking about writing some code here. We're talking about 25 entirely different career trajectories. This ranges all the way from web and mobile app development to artificial intelligence, blockchain, cybersecurity, and even super specific niches like embedded systems and ERP software development.
When we break down this complete landscape from Ngahtech Group, the incredible diversity is super obvious. But here's the absolute critical takeaway for you. When faced with this much variety, it is so incredibly easy to fall into the trap of wanting to study literally everything. You dabble a little in Python because AI is hot right now, then you jump over to React for web and maybe try your hand at some ethical hacking on the weekend. But that scattered approach? That is exactly what we're going to fix today. You don't need to know it all, you just need to know your specific path.
Which brings us to Section 2. Top certification providers. Your guiding lights. To actually navigate those paths, we need milestones. So let's look at 2 of the heavyweights. First up, Oracle. If your ultimate target is enterprise software, massive banking systems, or large government agencies, Oracle is going to be your go-to. They're basically the gold standard for Java and database certifications. A really solid route here goes from Java to SQL, right into Oracle Database and Spring Boot. Alternatively, we have Amazon Web Services, or AWS. If you're drawn to cloud computing, backend architecture, or DevOps, well, AWS totally dominates there. Following their track from cloud practitioner right up to DevOps engineer is an incredibly powerful move for your career. Next up, let's talk about Microsoft and Google Cloud. Microsoft shines brilliantly if you are targeting the .NET framework, their Azure cloud environment, or enterprise AI. They've got fantastic credentials like the Azure Developer and Azure AI Engineer Associates. Meanwhile, Google Cloud is highly sought after by companies that lean heavily into data. So, if specialized data engineering and machine learning roles are your target, Google's professional data engineer and machine learning engineer certifications are absolutely top-tier credentials to aim for.
Finally, if infrastructure, networking, or protecting systems from hackers is your true calling, these are the guides you want. CompTIA provides some amazing foundational credentials, things like Security Plus and Linux Plus. Cisco, of course, remains the absolute gold standard for networking with their CCNA and CCNP. EC Council is definitely the name to know for ethical hacking, specifically that CEH credential. And hey, if you want to master enterprise Linux administration, Red Hat is the provider you absolutely want sitting on your resume.
All right, Section 3. Choosing your tech path, defining your quest. Let's actually compare a couple of popular routes so you can see the difference. Take the full-stack engineer path, for instance. This focuses heavily on HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, and then connecting all of that to a backend and APIs. For this, you'd target Meta Frontend or AWS Developer Certs. Now contrast that with the Java Enterprise Engineer. The stack changes completely here to Java, Object-Oriented Programming, Oracle Database, and Microservices certified directly by Oracle. It's fascinating because one path really gears you up for fast-paced, agile startups, while the other is the exact formula you need to land those highly lucrative jobs at massive telecommunications companies or banks. Now, for those of you drawn to infrastructure and security, the focus shifts quite a bit. A cloud and DevOps path means mastering tools like Linux, Git, Docker, Kubernetes, and Terraform, all while aiming for AWS Solutions Architect and Terraform Associate credentials. A cybersecurity path, on the other hand, still utilizes Linux and networking, but it pivots hard into Python, ethical hacking, and cloud security. To prove your skills in that arena, you'd be chasing down the CompTIA Security Plus and the CEH certifications. And for the analytically minded folks out there, data offers its own distinct routes. An AI and machine learning engineer targets Python, mathematics, TensorFlow, and MLOps, ultimately aiming for those Google or AWS machine learning certifications. Meanwhile, a database engineer focuses squarely on things like SQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle, database design, and performance. Your certifications there would be deeply rooted in Oracle Database or Azure Database. The bottom line, choosing your path defines exactly what you study and, frankly, what you can safely ignore. Section 4. The 4-year roadmap, your master map.
Think of this as your master map to success. Year 1 is entirely foundational. We're talking algorithms, C, Python, Java, Git, and basic SQL. Your goal here is simply to get comfortable and build small apps. In Year 2, you level up to software development. This is where you dive into object-oriented programming, web development, testing, and frameworks like Spring or React, perhaps even targeting a foundational cloud certification. Now, Year 3 is the pivot. This is crucial. This is where you absolutely must choose one of those primary domains we just discussed, cloud, AI, mobile, or enterprise, and begin tackling your specialized professional certifications. Finally, Year 4 is the triumphant culmination. You're focusing on advanced architecture, microservices, and most importantly, securing internships and building out your final portfolio. You graduate not just with a degree, but with a specific specialization, hard certifications, and real-world experience.
Section 5. The winning strategy. Standing out in the market.
You know, the biggest mistake students make is taking a scattered approach, just randomly collecting a handful of unrelated certificates. A Python cert here, a random UX design cert there, maybe a basic networking one just for fun. Guys, that signals a complete lack of direction to hiring managers. The winning strategy is actually a highly focused pyramid. You want one primary specialization, one supporting specialization, and then you back that up with just 2 to 3 highly relevant certifications. It shows deep, focused expertise, and that is what gets you hired.
Let's look at a really concrete example of a highly employable profile using this exact strategy. Imagine your primary specialization is cloud and DevOps. Your supporting tools? Java and Python. You've gone out and secured your Oracle Java certification, an AWS Solutions Architect cert, and a Kubernetes certification. And to top it all off, your portfolio projects include a fully functional cloud-based API and a school management system. Now, this candidate isn't just a jack of all trades. They are a master of a specific, highly in-demand technical stack. They are absolutely irresistible to an employer looking for a top-tier DevOps engineer.
This targeted, laser-focused approach is the exact foundation of the Ngahtech group framework we've been unpacking today. Their core methodology, learn, build, innovate, succeed, is specifically designed to transition students from total novices to highly specialized, globally recognized professionals through targeted technology training and innovation.
So, we've untangled the chaos. You have the 25 distinct paths, the target certifications, and the ultimate 4-year master map. The tools are laid out right in front of you. The only question left as you stand at the starting line of your career is this. With all these incredible paths before you, which one will you choose to build your future?